Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another YouTube video, all in crypto here. And today we're going to be going down the rabbit hole of Ripple and XRP. We are going to be predominantly focusing on recent events, such as the SEC looking to appeal Torres' decision on XRP as a security. We're also going to be looking and going down the rabbit hole with a very interesting tweet and announcement from the Bank of International Settlements. And we're going to be showing you the link. Recently, this tweet actually came out on the same date that we had the SEC news. We're going to be showing you the link with Ripple as a company. And it's very interesting to me that there is a link and the Bank of International Settlements are actually going to Ripple at a time where the SEC is looking to persecute them for mischievous and illicit activities. I happen to believe that XRP, along with XLM and a number of others, have already been chosen and are well positioned and have been for a long time to be the very rails of the next financial system. The new world that we are moving towards, which we know, and we're going to go over to the International Money Fund and look at this document that was actually published last month by them in regards to their summary of how they think distributed ledger and other things are going to change and evolve the financial landscape. So we will be looking at that. We'll also talk about the obviously Gemini incident where you saw Ripple go to, or XRP go to $50 and XRP get into $1 trillion market cap. This was just a glitch, by the way, guys. It has happened and happened on other tokens. And then I want to finish things off on the price action and talk to you about why I believe history is repeating. And you are going to see a similar kind of fractal to this one here, which of course led to the amazing pump in 2017, commence again. So without further ado, guys, as we have a lot to get into, strap yourselves in. A like and a comment is always appreciated. Let's start things off with the first little bit of news that we had this week in regards to XRP. Big news, and that is the SEC looking to appeal XRP ruling in case against Ripple. You have a federal judge that kind of spurred this on that ruled, while Ripple's direct sales of XRP to institutional investors have violated security laws, its programmatic sales to retail investors through exchanges did not. Now, this was very interesting. We had when on August the 9th, the SEC sent a letter to Judge Analysis Torres stating that it was moving to appeal the court's decision, which it says warrants a fresh look by an appellate court. The SEC asked the judge to put the case on hold while the appeal progressed. Stalling. And it's very interesting. And let's just finish off actually on all of this before we move on to the Bank of International Settlements. And it's very interesting. You have Stuart here, who is the chief legal officer, saying the SEC does not have the right to appeal just yet, which is why they are asking permission to file an interlocutory appeal. Ripple will file its response with the court next week. Stay tuned. So they don't have the permission to get it appealed just yet. I think they potentially stand a chance, but this is just more stalling. And actually, I think that XRP is not a security. I think that the major financial institutions around the world already know that, or they wouldn't be partnering with Ripple. All of them are, including the Bank of International Settlements, which we're going to dive into in just a second and explore their cross-border payment interoperability and extension task force composition. Why would these guys, who are a huge oversight, certainly in Europe and the Western world, and vastly across the world in regards to financial instruments, transactions, and everything in between, why would they be partnering with Ripple if they thought XRP was going to be deemed a security, which would basically mean that it would be unfit XRP as a utility token that could basically facilitate the world's transactions. If it was a security, there would be very cumbersome laws that would have to come on the back end of that. And it would basically render XRP unfit to do what it's set out to do. So this is very interesting, but we'll dive into that. So the Bank of International Settlements, at the same time that this all went on and there was the news that they were set to appeal it, came out with this. The Bank of International Settlements Committee on Payments and Market Infrastructure has announced the membership of its cross-border payments interoperability and extension task force. For further details, look here. We did a little bit of digging and we looked at the actual composition of their partnerships. you've got here the chair of the European Central Bank. These are the task force members. You've got Buna, you've got Cross-Border Interbank Payment System, you've got CLS, you've got EBA Clearing, you've got F-Anality International, you've got Iberpay, you've got MasterCard, Paynet Malaysia, Payments Canada, and what have we got here? Ripple, ladies and gentlemen. This came out on the same day as the appeal. The SEC is stalling. Again, it's my opinion that XRP, along with XLM and a number of others out there, are going to play a fundamental role in transforming the institutions that we already have that will evolve with the blockchain revolution. You also have the likes of Swift, Worldline, Pan-African payment and settlement systems. Very interesting. We have seen a number of attempts at a Pan-African currency. Some of them have not ended so well in regards to the people who, and you'll know who I'm talking about, I'm sure I'll get comments on it, who tried to sort of facilitate them. You've got a number of others. But the fact that Ripple are on here is a big deal. They happen to be on pretty much every major kind of payments, remittance platform. You know, along with XLM and MoneyGram's partnership actually won the 2023 Innovative Blockchain Award or whatever it was. You can see payment service providers, banks and non-banks. You've got the Bank of China, Commonwealth Bank Australia, Deutsche Bank, Mercado Pago. You've got Maruco, RIA, Wells Fargo, Nubank, Wise. I'm not going to try and say that, guys. And then you've got associations, and you can see all of these here. UK Finance, Japan Bankers Association, Institutional of International Finance, European Payment Institution Federation, so on and so forth. The list goes on and on and on. The connections and the dots go on and on and on in regards to XRP and Ripple, and it being chosen and looked at as a potential staple for the new system that we're going to be going on to. And I have been a long denier and critique of the people who have spouted that for a long time. You know, I was accumulating XRP here. We've got XRP at 9 cents, and I can show all the receipts for that. Okay? And I very much gave up on it here and went into other altcoins, which was an amazing decision in regards to what other altcoins did. If you look at them against XRP, they outperformed massively because XRP was hindered by the lawsuit and everything, which could have all been planned, by the way. And actually, it wasn't until back here that I went, okay, let's get position and let's rock and roll, because we can see the wood through the trees at this point. Seems very obvious to me. The SEC, I believe, is just stalling for an inevitability. And I do believe you're going to see this play out again. Not to the same magnitude. I think this did like 77,000%. 67,000%. You're not going to get that again. That's putting you in the hundreds of dollars. But certainly $10, $5, whatever it is, I think it's going to do well. And I don't want to speculate on price predictions. Price predictions are bullshit. And it's one thing that I got very bitten on in the last bull market. You know, we were giving price predictions out for Ethereum when it was sub, $60. We were giving price predictions out for Chainlink, Cardano, and we got so many price predictions wrong. We literally called out so many 100x in the last cycle. It's all still up there, guys. And the only ones that we get remembered for are the ones that quite didn't make it, like Cardano to $5 to $7. Okay, it got to $3 and a bit from literal 2 or 3 cents. And people don't want to talk about that. And the literal 100x that gave, all they want to talk about is the fact that we didn't quite get to $5. But anyway, so price predictions, nobody really knows where the price is going to get to. You can talk about the realms of possibility in regards to market cap, but there's a lot more that goes into it. But this is going to repeat again. And actually, isn't it interesting that this occurred on the same day, or the Bank of International Settlements came out and sort of touted it on the same day as the SEC looking to appeal? I want to move on to this now. This is and I've not seen many people bring this up. This is the International Money Fund. And this is their executive summary, which I'll read a little bit of before we sort of wrap the video up, because we've gone on for nearly 10 minutes now. Executive summary. Digital tokens represent a revolutionary innovation for economic activities. It sounds like they've been watching my channel. Based on developments in cryptography and particularly in decentralized ledger technology and equivalent techniques. What's going on here? Tokens are digital items. I wonder if they're talking about HBAR there, equivalent techniques. Tokens are digital items that cannot be forged and whose transfer is traceable and economical. The potential applications of tokens are multiple in commerce, finance, and many other economic areas. This paper connects tokens with traditional doctrine of the commercial instruments by identifying the fundamental principles that originate in commercial practice with the intercorporations of rights and negotiable instruments. The paper analyzes to what extent tokens can perform functional equivalent roles of those and other existing instruments of commerce and finance. Tokens have the potential of replacing existing commercial infrastructure instruments, and of performing additional economic functions. Tokens have a greater flexibility than traditional commercial instruments and can be deployed in any economic activity. DLT and similar technologies that enable, talking about HBAR there, I believe, the use of tokens are still evolving and are implementing solutions to ensure efficiency and scalability of operations. If these issues are addressed, tokens have the potential of becoming the linchpin of the new digital economy. Remember, we looked at the Wells Fargo article and everything in between. We've been down this rabbit hole for a long time. XRP didn't really make that much sense to me up until really recently. And you can see here, this is an article covering it. Ripple joins the Bank of International Settlements Border Payment Task Force on the exact same day. In fact, this came out late, by the way. We were on this trail like a bloodhound before the sort of mainstream media got to it. XRP market cap zoomed to trillions of dollars on Gemini. You saw it get to about $50. It was a glitch. People are reading too much into this and saying this is a prophecy. You know, that it was meant to do this and this is a sign of what's to come. I'm not convinced XRP gets to $50, by the way. I'm sorry, I don't believe in these $100 price predictions. I could be totally wrong. I've been wrong on so many things in my career. Anybody who has been investing and trading for as long as I have will also find themselves in a similar boat of being wrong about many things. But I do think it can get into the tens of dollars. And hopefully you guys are all with me on that journey. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to love and leave you to your Fridays. If you've enjoyed the content, like us, appreciate it. So as a comment, we're going that extra mile and we will incorporate XRP into our regular rotation of content. So do subscribe for more. We release daily market updates that are well worth a watch. And I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great weekend and a happy Friday.